All rights reserved. This video has been prepared for educational purposes only. No part of it may be reproduced or copied without the permission of the copyright holder.
Hi, I'm Professor Nitin Puri. I'm going to discuss about the different coefficients of Einstein and their relationship to know what is the probability of happening absorption and emission. If you want to go more in detail about it, you can see the name of the book which is coming at the lower side of the screen, where you can go through with that book and can have detailed discussion of those topics which we are covering in the class. In the last class, we had discussed about the three important concepts of lasing action which are required, and we talked of absorption and spontaneous and stimulated emission probabilities, and we could be able to understand that there are Einstein coefficients, and we could be able to know what is the probability of happening of those events, either as absorption or emission. Emission, we had discussed two emissions, spontaneous and stimulated emission. Now we'll be establishing the relations between the Einstein A and B coefficient which we discussed in the last class. So as you can see onto the screen, we talked of the two energy levels, E1 and E2, and when energy is being given to the system, we could be able to relate it that what is the probability of happening of absorption, what is the probability of happening the emission. Now if we say that there are n1 number of atoms in the ground state and n2 number of atoms in the excited state, and we are considering the assembly of atoms in thermal equilibrium at temperature capital T. Rest of the things you know it, E1, E2 are the energy levels, energies of level 1 and energy of level 2. U nu is the energy density, nu is the frequency of the incident radiation. Now, the number of atoms in state 1 that can absorb a photon and give rise to absorption per unit time is equal to N1 P12, and it is equal to, what is this equal to? This is N1 B12 nu. Now it means the number of photons, now you see this one, why I am saying so, P21 N1 P12 is equal to N1 B12 nu. Now this we had discussed it earlier when we discussed about B12 A12, the Einstein coefficients. Now the second part, the number of photons in its state 2 that can cause the emission process, which is including the spontaneous along with the stimulated emission per unit time, this is N2 P21, I'm sorry, this is N2 P21, it is equal to N2, and then this is A21 plus B21 U nu. As you can see on, now you can just see it. This probability we had discussed in the previous class. N2 P21, N2 are the number of atoms in the excited state E2, N1 are the number of atoms in the ground state at E1. B12, A21, B21, these are Einstein coefficients, right? So N2 P21 is equal to N2, and P21 we know it is A21 plus B21 U nu, right? U nu is the energy density. Now when we are talking of the equilibrium at that particular point of time, if this is equation number 1 and this is equation number 2, so we are going to add, we can equate it, because in the thermal equilibrium the absorption and emission will be equal, right? So there are the two equations which we got it. Now for equilibrium, this absorption and emission processes are equal. So this is N1 P12 is equal to N2 P21, right? So you see, when we are going to put the values from equation number 1 and equation number 2, this is N1 P12 is equal to B12 U nu, right? And it is equal to N2, and which is P21 is equal to, this is A21, which have the spontaneous one, and then again this is B21 U nu, right? I hope it is clear to each and every one of you. This is coming when we are equating this absorption and emission, and emission is this A21 is spontaneous and B21 U nu is the stimulated emission, right? Now when we are just solving this one, this U nu term will come out to be, and then if I write it, it will be U nu, this is N1 B12 minus N2 B21 is equal to N2 A21, right? I hope it is clear. So normal, this B21 U nu comes here, U nu came common, this is N1 B12 minus this is equal to this one. So the value of U nu, which is coming out to be, so U nu is equal to, this is, if you solve it, it is coming out to be 1 upon N1 upon N2, and then B12 upon B21 minus 1. This is simplest one. We just have calculated the values of U nu, right? So what exactly we have done it up to now? We could be able to relate, or we could be able to calculate the value of U nu with the help of considering that the absorption and emission rate at the time of equilibrium are equal, right? Now we know that according to Boltzmann distribution law, if number of atoms N1 and N2 in the energy state E1 and E2 are there, so in the time of thermal equilibrium, the equation will be equal to N1 is equal to N naught e to the power minus E1 upon KT. This you must be knowing about this equation. I repeat it again. What is this? According to Boltzmann distribution law, the number of atoms N1 and N2 in the energy state E1 and E2 in the thermal equilibrium at temperature T are related with this formula. N1 is equal to N naught e to the power minus E1 upon KT, where obviously T is the temperature, E1 is the energy level, N naught is the total number of atoms present, and K is the Boltzmann constant, right? Now we can do it for N1. Similarly, we can write it for N2 also. So if we say N2 is equal to N naught e to the power minus E2 upon KT. See, so these are the two equations we got it. For N1 is equal to N naught e to the power minus E1 upon KT. For N2 is equal to N naught e to the power minus E2 upon KT, where K is the Boltzmann constant, again T is the temperature, N naught is the total number of atoms present, and N2 and N1 are number of atoms present in level 2 and level 1 respectively. So we are going to take a break, but we are going to discuss after the break that we got the Einstein coefficients. What are the conclusions we are drawing from the Einstein coefficients? Does it play any role important in terms of the proportionality, in terms of the frequency, or the probabilities are same, either we have spontaneous emission or stimulated emission, or the induced absorption is there? We'll just get this answer after the break.
हाय, आई एम मनीषा सिंगला। मैं इनऑर्गेनिक के कुछ कॉन्सेप्ट्स जैसे कि बॉन्डिंग है, आयनिक कोवलेंट, एटॉमिक स्ट्रक्चर है, उनके प्रिंसिपल्स हैं, थियोरीज हैं, उनको थोड़ा इजी मैनर में एस चांद एकेडमी में बताऊंगी। तो अगर आप मेरे साथ पढ़ना चाहते हैं तो सब्सक्राइब ज़रूर कीजिए।
Welcome back to the S Chance Academy. So before the break we asked the question that what is the probabilities of happening of those induced absorption and emission. Now I can say this, the conclusion is there with us that B21 is equal to B12 is equal to B21 and A21 and B21 is directly proportional to nu cube. So you see that conclusion what we have drawn from it is that the probability of stimulated emission is same as that of induced absorption, right? This is the first conclusion, and second conclusion is that A21 is to B21 is directly proportional to nu cube. What we are drawing from it, the probability of spontaneous emission dominates over induced emission more and more as the energy difference between the two states increases. So according to the Boltzmann distribution law, we got it these two equations which we just written it. Now we are going to take an ratio of N2 is to N1, which is coming out to be e to the power minus E2 minus E1 upon kT. You see, so this relation we got it with the help of the Boltzmann distribution law, right? So now we know that E2 minus E1 is h nu, right? We know that this is E2 is the energy of the upper energy level or excited state energy level, and E1 is the ground state one, right? So we know that E2 minus E1 is equal to E2 minus E1 is equal to h nu, and we are going to put this h nu here. So N2 upon N1 is equal to here. We are going to put E2 minus E1 as h nu. So it comes out to be N2 upon N1 is equal to e to the power minus h nu upon kT, right? So we can write it down that N1 upon N2 will be equal to e to the power h nu upon kT. That minus sign again, because it is a ratio of N2 is to N1, we have taken a ratio N1 is to N2, so it is coming out to be e to the power h nu upon kT. Suppose this is another equation number 3. Now point is, we can, this value of N1 upon N2, as you can see, the earlier equation where we have calculated the value of u nu, there is a term N1 is to N2. Putting the value of N1 is to N2 from equation number 3 to where we had calculated the value of energy density u nu, we are going to calculate the total value of u nu, which is coming out to be A2 upon A1, A21 upon B21 and 1 upon exponential of h nu upon kT B12 upon B21 minus 1. So this is, even if it is looking cumbersome, but it is understandable because A21, B21 we know, u nu we know, h nu we know, kT we know. So all the terms we know it, and we are trying to have a relationship between Einstein coefficients and trying to relate it that what is the probability of happening of absorption and the emissions, right? So we are going to compare this formula which we got it in the terms of equation number 4 with another equation which is coming out to be from Planck's radiation formula. So you see this one where we had calculated the value of u nu, which is coming out to be A21 upon B21 1 upon exponential of h nu upon kT. This is B12 upon B21 minus 1. Right? This is what exactly we did it. Now when I am going to compare this equation with the Planck's radiation formula, which is equal to u nu is equal to 8 pi h nu cube upon c cube 1 upon e to the power h nu upon kT minus 1. You see. Now if you are going to compare these both equations, what we are going to see, this both are the values of the energy density, right? So it means if you compare it, this A21 B21 is equal to 8 pi h nu cube upon c cube, right? And similarly if B12 upon B21, this is equal to 1. See, if I am going to write it, this is A21 upon B21 is equal to 8 pi h nu cube upon c cube, and another one is B12 upon B21 is equal to 1. See, we got these two conclusions, right? This is very important. So we are going to now understand it, what exactly the relationship between the Einstein coefficients tell us. So you see where we are telling B21 upon B21 is equal to 1, it means B12 is equal to B21. What is B12 and B21? The probability of spontaneous emission and the probability of stimulated emission is same as that of induced absorption. This is one conclusion we have drawn it with the help of B12 upon B21 is equal to 1, because B12 is equal to B21. I repeat it again, when I am saying B12 is equal to B21, it means the probability of stimulated emission is same as that of induced absorption. Similarly, if A21 upon B21 is coming out to be 8 pi h nu cube upon c cube. See, 8 pi h all are constant, c is velocity of light constant, this is another variable, it means it is directly proportional to nu cube. Now you see the ratio of A21 and B21 is directly proportional to nu cube. It means the ratio of spontaneous emission and stimulated emission is proportional to nu cube. What does it mean? It means that the probability of spontaneous emission dominates over induced emission more and more as the energy difference between the two energy states increases. This is a very important conclusion we have drawn. So it means when we have started with the lasers, we could be able to know what the lasers are. We could be able to know the applications of lasers. We could be able to know the basic building blocks of lasers. We could be able to know what are the important points to understand that how does it work, and but when it is working, what is the probability of happening those events will be able to understood by the Einstein coefficients. So we could be able to relate it with B12, B21, A21, and we could be able to relate it the probabilities that what is the happening of this event with the help of this Einstein coefficients. If you want to go more in detail about the topics, I can recommend the textbook of engineering physics by Professor Avdhanulu, which is coming onto the screen, and you can go in detail about these subjects with this book. If you like the video, you can subscribe and share it with your friends so that they will be able to know better about lasers, and it will give me a good feedback also. I hope so. Thank you.